Good morning, guys. Yeah, there's not much going on. Just looks like a calm open. Russell is still leading. Russell keeps grinding higher. I got rid of some more exposure yesterday. I sold Square also before the close. Because it's kind of, you know, it's, yeah. Yeah, again, I didn't follow the sell rules, but I just, you know, sized down a little bit. I'm not sure I want to be on margin into year end, unless we get some really nice fresh setups. You know, it was a nice move. It's a mega cap stock, and I caught, what, 30% on it in less than a month? That's a pretty decent move. OESX is shipper, right? No, it's not. I don't see anything here. It's wide and loose for now. It needs to tighten up a few days. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go through my holdings a bit. Oh, this FANG ETF is gapping lower. I'm gonna trail this one with the 20-day. I shorted some TAN yesterday. I think this thing could pull back to the 20, maybe even the 50-day. Oh, we'll see. I also got into this little one, Tilray. But these are like small positions. And I shorted QS midday when it started failing VWAP. It built lower highs and then it started fading, like kind of shorted like half size. Short Tilray? Why would I be short Tilray? There's absolutely no short setup there. Spotify, it needs to tighten up a bit. JWN. Yeah, yep, it's setting up. Ideally, it goes sideways another few days. Ideally. I'm not really looking to trade a lot today. I'm looking at only a few things. Like, I want perfect setups. I don't want any mediocre setups. But I think this TTD, if it loses the 20-day, next stop is gonna be the 50. So this could be a low risk, high reward trade. If we get some selling. Nvidia, this one I'm stalking. It looks like it wants to break down. But also, you know, it could have one up day and it looks like it's gonna break out. So it's just getting so tight, but it's a good risk reward trade, no matter how you play it. Breakout, breakdown. I wouldn't, you know, trade it on the long side since it's kind of slow, but on the short side, it's, you know, it's nice. I like shorting large mega caps because they're kind of safer to trade. This Fubo had a perfect breakdown late day of this tight range. I didn't trade it. I traded it near the open, as you know, took a loss on it on the short side. Yeah, I really don't see much. And I may add a little bit more to my QS. I held 30,000 shares short. But if this thing loses the 20 EMA on the 60, you know, this thing has it has an easy 20% air pocket. So I would definitely want to add into that. IGMS. Oh, no. I don't see a setup there. Well, Tilray. It's a little bit other. Like if you see, like this is a very, you know, this thing can make big moves once it goes, and it's just been grinding higher, and every time it's pulled back to this 20, and this time here it pulled back to the 50. But here again, it merged with this Afria, sorry, Afria, APHA. Sold off on the news. Now this thing has a, you know, huge volume, pulled back, orderly pullback to the rising 20, and yesterday it had a high volume day off that 20. If you look at the weekly, you know, there's a lot of potential here. It's just a big flag on the weekly. I think once it goes, it could easily double or something if it goes. So I mean, I'm risking what, 50 cents to potentially make $5-10. I think it's a good risk reward trade. Like this thing, you know, it can really go if it goes. Palantir, thoughts? Well, I'm long it, so those are my thoughts. All you need to know is I'm long it. It had it set up 3 days ago. So I'm long it, which means I probably think it's gonna go higher. It looks good. And also this CrowdStrike, I shorted it opening reach lows. I took a break even on it because it kind of grinded back to green late day. It didn't close weak as I would have liked it to. But I'm stalking TTT and CrowdStrike. I'm stocking them both for potential shorts today. CrowdStrike, not really a parabolic, but considering it's a like this is like a parabolic for our large cap stock. I mean, this thing is up what 55-60% in less than a month. That's a pretty huge move for a $50 billion company. So it's kind of a parabolic-ish kind of a setup. Obviously, you can't compare this thing to something like QS or Laser or any of these like small cap ones that double, triple in a few days. But you know, it's something like Laser, like when I shorted it, like this is something where you can risk like 5-8% to make 40-50%. CrowdStrike and TTD, those are like trades where you can risk, say, 1 or 2% to potentially make 15-20%. And you can do much more size too, obviously. Chris, I don't see anything here. It's kind of flagging after this phase 1 data, but I don't know. It lost all the volume, lost all of its volume. Yeah, QS is a large cap. Not bad for a company that's not gonna have any revenue for at least 5 years. I love it. This is the type of market. QS is the share leader for this, like the mentality we are in right now. Like all you need is a sexy story, for stocks to price in 10, 20 years of perfect execution. It's pretty amazing. It really is. And you see these analysts, like a lot of analysts are also playing this game. They're doing these stupid DCFs like 10, 15 years out to justify like hideous price targets. Like it's all a fantasy game we're playing right now. It's exactly what happened late 90s. So our job is to play along. That's our job. You can choose to fight it, or you can choose to play along. I choose to play along. I have no desire. I no matter how ridiculous it is, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna play along. Looks like QS is gonna stop me out of my short. It built another higher low on the 60-minute. Okay. Okay, so far strong price action after the weakness yesterday. I think this Soxol is a triple semiconductor ETF. It's kind of building a high tide flag. SMH is the unlevered version. For now at least. But if it breaks down, I'm gonna short it. So I just have to wait for the ETF to tell me what it wants to do. I'm not gonna predict what it's gonna do. SPAC going? Which SPAC? Which one? There's like hundreds of them. Which one? LGVW? Rip Jack Ma? Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. I think Alibaba, you know where if you're an investor, I think Alibaba will be a great buy on the 200 weekly. Or sorry, it's the 150 weekly. It's hard to see this blue line, but like it's usually it's been finding a long-term support on the 150 weekly and the 200. The 200 is hard to see. So it's another 10, 15, 20% lower from here. And total maybe 40% from all-time highs. Like it's still a great company with a dominant position. This Alibaba is not gonna go away. Let's see, TNA is leading. Russell is the leading index. It's kind of getting a little bit extended. A pullback to the 20 wouldn't be a crazy thing. That would be a good bullish thing. So we can get another continued upside in January, hopefully. Yeah, DQ. This is do or die here. It needs to hold the 10-day. If it closes below the 10-day, I'm out. And now most things are starting to pull back. And this is what I've been so, you know, worried about. Because usually that's what happens after euphoria. We'll see. It's too early to tell. Everything can look great again before the end of the day. They will break Baba up? Okay. I have no idea. But why would they break Baba up? In that case, they should also break Tencent up. Okay, QS just stopped me out. That thing wants 200. That thing wants to go to 200. QS wants to go to 200. Insane. Oh, that's what Checkma is doing. Ah, okay. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, okay, in that case I wouldn't touch Baba. Even if it goes down to the rising 150. So TAN looks like right now it's on the 20 EMA on the 60, but I again, like my play is if it should go down to at least the 20 and probably the 50. The 50 is usually when it has found support, like here and here. Okay, looks like CrowdStrike stopped me out again. I shorted some opening range lows, but no choose. All right. The higher this thing goes, the better. Hopefully it goes to 300. Damn. LGVW. I guess I missed the flag breakout on this one. Or I didn't miss it, I passed on it. Instead I did CIIC, which hasn't gone. Fast moving stocks, it depends. I usually don't wait for a late day on those. Oh, come on, QS, really? It stopped me out and now it's fading back to lows of the day. Damn this Fubo. The entry, short entry was yesterday late day in the high, like, I don't know, this 56, 55, 50 area. I didn't do it, unfortunately. Yeah, I fucked it up. I got into a bunch of other things. Just had to prioritize, you know. What these are, CIIC, these are SPACs. You don't need to know what they're doing. All you need to know is that they're the hottest thing right now. If you see a good setup, you should buy. That's all you need to know. Pretty much. Well, you know, you can always, you know, find out what they are gonna merge with to see if it's hot or not. Like the hottest ones are the EV and like renewables and stuff like that, batteries. What happened to Pinterest yesterday on a break? Yeah, it failed. Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens in a market, you know. If Pinterest had broken out, like somewhere here, like somewhere, say, somewhere in November or like early December, that would have worked well, but you know, then it would have gone to 100 by now. But that's the thing, when you have these breakouts after a, you know, prolonged market run, it means the stock is a big laggard. And also, there were not many other setups. Like I said before, you want to buy breakouts when there's a lot of setups. And Pinterest was really the only like large cap setup out there. That's not really what you want to see. So, you know, you got to be careful when you buy these breakouts. Just because it's a breakout doesn't make it a good buy. You have to be aware, where are we in the market? Where are we coming from? You have to be, you know, super aware of what's going on. Just can't randomly, blindly buy setups. Like identifying setups is the easiest thing. That's the easiest thing. You can get perfect entries on perfect setups. But the hard thing is, you know, identifying what kind of a market are we in. That's the hard part, and that's where people really struggle. Well, a lot of people struggle identifying good setups, but it's just a matter of time. Okay, Blink. Okay, very good, very good. Blink is shrugging off yesterday's weakness. That's good. I hope this thing goes to 100. It's gonna be a big. I think it's gonna be a laser-like short opportunity eventually. So I'm looking forward to it next week. You're addicted to buying breakouts? Well, you better get rid of that addiction. You should try heroin or something. But buying breakouts, no matter what, it's not a good addiction. I think heroin is healthier. Heroin is cheaper, definitely. If you're gonna choose between manically buying breakouts or heroin, choose heroin. It's healthier and it's cheaper. Pro tip. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, look, Nasdaq looks great, but there are no setups. It's exactly what we saw, like, when was it? Back in early October, like, Nasdaq looked great, but there were no setups. Like, there were no setups anywhere. And then in early November, that's where we started getting setups, and that's where the market also had followed through to the upside, because, you know, there were a lot of stocks that started going up from those breakouts, which drove the index higher. So even, you know, yes, the index looks good, Nasdaq looks good, Nasdaq looks great, just grinding higher, getting tighter, building higher lows, but I just don't see a lot of setups. Like, everything looks like this. Roku, straight up from the mid-November breakout. Like Square, this one I bought, went straight up from the mid-November breakout. Which was the other? Snapchat, straight up from the mid-late November breakout, right? But there's just no setups. No setups at all, whatsoever. PDD. Wow, PDD is strong. Wow. QS. Yeah, well, yeah, it's resting on VWAP right now. We'll see what this QS does. Did PDD have any news? I was reading an article, like Financial Times article on it. It's a weird company, man. Like, the employees, they have nicknames for each other. Like, people who work at the company, they don't know each other's real names. They have nicknames for each other. It's pretty insane. I haven't read the whole article yet. I only started it. Yeah, it's crazy. Only in China, right? Pretty insane. I only read like a third or a quarter of the article so far. It's just insane. Yeah, it sounds like a cult. It does. I mean, all companies are cults in their own way. You know, with the company culture and stuff like that. It's just another name for, I don't know, indoctrination. But, you know, but some companies are crazier than others. And I get a feeling the Chinese companies are on a whole other level. Like, one thing I do like is Tesla. Like, this thing goes to 1,000. I think this thing goes to 1,000. Like, look at how relentless it's building higher lows. Like, it's not a great setup on a daily. I would prefer more sideways, but on a 60-minute, like, I'm willing to maybe do a small starter. Last time I bought it was here when it broke out of this tight flag on the 60, but that one failed because, you know, obviously the market failed. But since then, it's just building relentlessly higher lows. Like, what is the stock telling you? It's building higher lows. What is it trying to tell you? Does it want to go lower or does it want to go higher? Dada? You don't think I can't make much money trading? I know. I'm too simple. I'm a simple man. What can I say? I'm a working man. I'm a working class guy. I'm just a simple guy working hard for my living. I work with my hands. I'm a working class guy. Your cashier at the liquor store has better. Hey, my Uber driver has better trading ideas than I have. My Uber driver uses more indicators than I do. He's probably more profitable than I am, also. Frog, is it Leapfrog? JFrog. This is actually an interesting setup. Like it's like a IPO type of a setup. These kind of setups work only on IPO, or not only on IPOs, but they tend to work pretty well on IPOs. I'll pass on it, but these things can work. If Tesla could go sideways today, it's gonna be a really good setup for next week. Okay, so TTD is holding the 20 for now. I'm still gonna keep stocking because these types of stocks, like look at this thing. It hasn't been able to dip all year since March lows. This is a large cap stock. It's up 500, 600%. Like, why can't this thing pull back to the 50-day or even the 100-day once it, started? I know. But sometimes in the future, stocks will go down. I just want to be prepared for it. I know it's not going to happen in our lifetimes, but I'm just preparing for, worst case scenarios. Okay, QS. I re-shorted. Too bad it stopped me out from yesterday. So I had some really good entries from yesterday. And now I have a worse average than I had yesterday, so. About the dollar. Lower average, but okay. Nugget. Gold. Actually, gold it may be setting up. Gold is in a long flag on the weekly. What is silver looking like? Yeah, silver broke out last week. Or earlier this week maybe. No, last week. It's holding up well. Yeah, these things can make moves. Workhorse, I don't like this one. Or there was a potential setup 2 days ago, but it's just so choppy. It's in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. I can't get it's just all over the place. It's not an orderly, like this structure wasn't orderly. You want like orderly structures. Like it's too random. It looks so random. I don't like random looking stuff. I like orderly stuff. That's where I get my edge. If it's choppy and all over the place, I just don't see an edge there. Damn this Fubo. Oh man. Had a perfect short entry there in the 56, 55, 50 area. On the 60-minute. Just throw a straight line here. Combined with lower highs. HIMX. It's flagging nicely. It's flagging nicely. This thing could be like a 4.5 star setup for next week if it closes like this. Looks good. In my opinion. But is it the time to buy breakouts, I don't know. Bali. Yeah, well, it wasn't a tight one. I like tight setups. Veru. Yeah, this one looks decent. Had a big pop on big volume, orderly pullback to the 10-day, and now it's kind of surfing and it's getting really tight on the 60. Sure, looks like a decent one. Well, yeah, there are some small. Yeah, there are definitely more. There's always more setups in small cap space, but again, look at the Russell index. Like, there's been like a month and a half of non-stop great breakout setups, and this is what the index looks like. You know, like, do you think you have like good odds buying breakouts here when the index looks like this? I don't think so. These are the types of these are the times where bad things happen, not good things usually. Can it go straight up to 250? Sure, but the odds of that happening are very, very slim. Like, again, I said it for 2 days now. This is a dangerous time. I wouldn't be, you know, buying some, like I bought Tilray yesterday, like a small piece of shit position, whatever. But, you know, putting significant, you know, aggressively buying breakouts, you know, when we've had 6 weeks of non-stop great action, this is the time you should sit on your profits and, you know, protect your profits, not go buy a, you know, not manically go and look for setups. Oh, Peloton. This thing is going higher. Oh, whatever. Again, like I said yesterday, I'd rather miss out on profits than give back any. Like, I've had the run of my life the past 6 months, 6 weeks, or 6 months also. You know, I'm trying to do everything and anything to maximize my sleep. And again, if we are gonna go higher, like, there's gonna be new setups. You're not gonna miss out on anything. There's gonna be plenty of setups. But it may not be in the same stocks and sectors that I already sized down on or sold outright. What's my stop on PLTR? Lows of the breakout day. Like something like Coupa, if you can go sideways another 3 to 5 days, that's gonna be a good setup. But the 10 and 20 day need to catch up a bit. Okay. And net too, if it can go sideways for a week or two, would be nice. But like, everything is already, like, net is straight up for a couple of months, apps is straight up, Shui is straight up. This is what stocks look like, you know. And where were the buy points on all of these things? Well, about 4 to 6 weeks ago. That's where I aggressively bought breakouts, as you know, from the stream. And now I'm just, you know, very cautious. I'm waiting for things to set up again. MDB, Twilio, they all broke out like 4 to 6 weeks ago. Doku, this is the one I bought and sold because it was really slow, and it's still slow. It's only up like 5-6% from the break, from the entry. Like Spotify, I think it needs to tighten up a bit. This snow is intriguing. If we can go sideways a little bit more. Like this thing could be a good long and or short setup. I'm watching it both ways. I hope it resolves higher. Tesla. Tesla is intriguing. I'm thinking about doing a starter. Again, this is the type of stock you could risk, I don't know, $10 to make $200. And this is like the market leader, so yeah, we'll see. This is like the only setup I see right now, and it's not even perfect. It's kind of... This is the best risk reward scenario I'm seeing right now on the long side. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, so I'm risking what, $11, and if it goes, why can't it go to 800? Like every time this thing breaks out, and every time we bought it, it's been going up. Well, this flag break went up over 100%. This one went up like 60%. This one went up 55%. So I mean, why can't it go up 30-40%, right? 30% move, it would put it in the mid 800s. Obviously, it's not gonna go up forever, but right now, the structure I'm seeing is that this thing has no sellers. Dorsey news. What Square is a short? Why? What's Dorsey? What? Can you post it? GAN. Yeah, I don't see a setup here. Tidal. Well, weren't they trying to buy it before? But they didn't go through with it. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin. It's pulling back, right? I guess so, because GBTC is down. What? Wait, why does it look like this? Templates. How the? No. Oh, I'm not logged in? Fuck. Okay. Oh, I need to log in. No, fuck off. How do I log into this thing? I was logged in yesterday. Okay, and now the tab disappeared. What the hell is going on with TradingView? I'm logging in and the tab disappeared. At least I'm logged in now. Okay, that's weird. Okay, now we get my indicators here. Let's see, daily. So Bitcoin is just on a 10-day. It looks great. It's flagging here again. I mean, this thing looks so bullish. It's insane. And now institutional money is buying it. I think it goes to 50,000. Conservative price target. What's going on with PDD? Is it the Financial Times article pushing it? I need to finish the article. It started out weird. Oh, benefits. Okay, yeah, okay. I get it. Okay, yeah. Well, Tesla looks like it's working for now. Work, it's a buyout, guys. Anytime you see something like this, just assume it's a buyout because it is a buyout. That's why it's going sideways in a tight range. It's a buyout. NETE. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, higher lows. Sting more than doubled, pulled back to the 20, had another pop, pulled back to the 20. It's very orderly. I like it. This is the type of stock you should trade if you have a small account. Like this thing breaks out, you can very easily make a 50% move. Those are the stocks you want to trade if you have a small account. Very good. Very good find on NET. Boring week ahead? Well, you mean next week? Yeah, maybe. VFF, yeah, this one broke out yesterday. That's what a good breakout does. Had a really good breakout yesterday. Congrats for those who bought it. I think someone bought it in the chat yesterday. NET, is it a crypto name? I don't know. Well, it's been no, they have a EV, but I think it was a crypto pump like 2 years ago. Yeah. Well, they were blockchain related 2 years ago. Now they're electric vehicle related. So you know. Yeah, EV and merger. Yeah, crypto, solar, batteries, a little bit of everything. Weed. Red Robin. Yeah, it could work. Yeah, it's an okay setup, I guess. Looks like these small, tiny shippers are getting some volume. CTRM. Yeah, like the queues look great. The queues look absolutely amazing, but the queues look like they want to go to like 330. But again, there's just the underlying stocks. There's just not many setups. Really no setups except for that Tesla, which is a so-so setup. That's what's tough. That's what's tough. Hard to get any conviction when you don't have any setups. Or it's hard to trade if you don't have any setups. Edit, is it having another leg higher? Yeah. Pulled back and still looking good. Yeah, square. Yeah. Blink. Yeah, I hope this thing keeps going. Another 2-3 days straight in a line. It's gonna be like a laser setup. I get a feel it's gonna squeeze and then maybe start speeding up. That would be great. This QS. I wonder if this QS is just gonna go sideways for a few days and then break higher. I really hope. Wouldn't it be epic if it goes to 200? I would like to rebuy it on a good setup. I ride it to 200 and then get the monstrous short on it. MGNI, what's this? Yeah, it had a setup somewhere. Did it have it? Well, it had a clean setup on the 60 on this day here. Yeah. Similar to the Fubo setup. My last long setup, I've been talking about it like 10 times. Very simple. Big momentum stock, orderly pullback to the 10 days, starts building higher lows, tight range right here. Well, I bought it opening range highs here, got stopped out, and then I rebought it late day because it found support and started building higher lows. Right here, 66.50 or so. That was my entry, my re-entry after I got stopped out earlier in the day. That was the setup. What you want to see, higher lows at tightness, very simple. That was my third long in it. Yeah, I mean these things are so fast. ADR is 21.5%. You know, you gotta look at the smaller time frames. Stop on fuel cell. I'm kind of using the, I don't know, the 10-day maybe. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. Oh, snow is breaking lower. Okay. All right. Snow on the 60-minute, it's kind of tight. But I don't know if it's a good setup overall. I don't know. Nah, not good enough for me to short it. Not good enough for me to short it. TRSSF, that sounds like a pink setup. Is it a choke? TRSSF? TRSSF, sorry. Yeah, it's a good setup. Yep. This thing had recently two really good setups. This one here and this one here. And now it's kind of setting up again. But again, like every time it flags and sets up again, the success rate is probably gonna be lower. It's not gonna keep going up forever. This thing had two really good setups in the fall. It is kind of setting up again, but I think it needs to go sideways a bit longer. TRSSF, what's the story? No, VFF was set up yesterday. US cannabis? Oh, it's a cannabis stock? Okay. Wait, isn't it already in my cannabis stock watch list? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah. 23rd on the liquid, 20, yeah, on the liquidity ranking. Well, if you watch the video, if you follow instructions on the screen, you will know exactly what I'm looking for when placing stops and scaling out. CrowdStrike, yeah. Yeah, this happens. Oh, it's a call buying in Blink? That's great. Let them squeeze this thing to the 70s, 80s, 90s. Needs to squeeze out. In an ideal world, I would have bought the breakout here. I didn't. I passed on it, and we got another shot here. I passed on it because if it had gone sideways one more day and put in a sideways, like a tighter day, I would have probably bought this breakout. But since the previous day was so wide, I just, didn't like it. It's gonna be a laser-like opportunity here. NIO is setting up nicely. It's getting tighter here. It's building this flag. Very nice. LI expel. TXG. Yeah, it looks good. I kind of like it. It's surfing the 50-day nicely. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks amazing on a weekly. Yeah, it looks good. Good find. I like TXG. This thing breaks out, it's gonna go to the high hundreds. Very good. I'm drinking Nocco. Some assholes from the chat, they sent me a whole, what is it called? A whole, well, they sent me shitloads of Nocco with my favorite flavor. Crate, case, yes. I got the delivery yesterday, I had no idea what it was. I'm like, what the hell is this? But as soon as I opened it, I realized it must be someone from the stream. Thanks to Reno and was it Ice Trader? Am I right? Was it Ice Trader or something like that? Reno and Ice Trader, I think. This is second Frosty, yeah. This is the second time Reno sends me nice stuff. How did they know my address? Well, they found out. It's not very hard. Frost Trader, thanks Frost Trader and Reno. Was David in on it? Of course he wasn't. If this, I'm thinking about sizing down F and GU a little bit also. It looks like a trend break here. I don't know. It's probably gonna find support to the rising 20. Snapshot is fading. I just see a lot of, I don't know. This again, I think it's time to be cautious here. There are not many like conviction setups here. Not long, not short. This XL opening range lows on this thing would have been nice. But it would have been even better if it had around the 40 first. Yeah, and I'm very happy I sized down on a bunch of stuff the past 2 days, man. Like Monday, I just got the feeling. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Like when QS and FUBA and all of these things went straight up. I just saw so many people on social media like constantly posting their like returns and stuff. You know, it doesn't mean there's a top, but it just gets me cautious. Like when everything is straight up for a month, you know, it usually doesn't last without at least a shakeout. I still think we're gonna go higher. Like I think we're gonna go higher next year. I do. But it's not gonna go. It's not gonna be straight up. There's gonna be shakeouts. And shakeouts, you don't wanna come in a margin long into a shakeout. You want to have cash available so you can buy new solid setups. That's how you outperform the market. And that's how you outperform the market by a wide margin. Yeah, a lot of specs are up to date. My specs, they're all up. CIIC, APXT. Oh, it's good. Oh, this one is really good. Like SBE, Sire, QS is probably gonna stop me out of my short again. So all my specs are higher. Damn, XL. Okay. I really wanted this thing to go to 40 today. But nope. So Blink, I think Blink is gonna be the big opportunity next week. If it can at least go to like 65, 70. At least 1 or 2 more straight up days and then start looking for a potential short. Yeah, I bought a starter. I bought 7,500 shares. Risk is like what, $11, and this thing goes. Why can't it go straight up to 800? That's like risking $11 to make 150. Again, like I said before, this is the best risk reward opportunity I'm seeing right now. Best risk reward opportunity. Yeah, exactly. Why GBTC is going down and not Bitcoin itself? Because like GBTC has premium built in. I don't know what the premium is right now, but it's probably 50% at least. I know the premium was, yeah, the premium was between 60 and 150% back in 2017, back in 2017 when Bitcoin had a mania last time. So this GBTC has some premium. Exactly, there's a premium drain when Bitcoin goes sideways. So the premium gets built in when it goes higher, and then it kind of gets drained when Bitcoin goes lower or goes sideways. So that's why GBTC is weaker than Bitcoin, but you know, don't worry about it. Follow your sell rules. Oh, 26% only? That wasn't too bad. I thought it was at least 50, because I remember the premium back in 2017 was pretty high, up to over 100, yeah, 150% at one point. That's pretty insane. Nicola, what a disaster! Holy shit. CrowdStrike is weak again. What's TTD doing? Yeah. Something with like TTD for me, these things, like even like the downside isn't maybe that huge. I think it's between 50 to maybe 30%, depending on if it wants to go to the 50 or 100. But the good thing about something like this, you can do a lot of size. Like you can do 10,000 shares with this thing. It's that liquid. This is, yeah, my main short watch. Square is lower. So, yeah, Square, good sell, good sale. Nikola still 5 billion market cap. That's insane. QS, yeah. If QS needs to close below 117 for me to hold it overnight, I think. If it closes above 117, I'm gonna cover it. I don't wanna hold it, or not overnight, actually over the next 3 nights. You're bored? That's what trading is. 95% of trading is boredom. What's been going on for the past month, that's an anomaly. That's not normal. The normal in trading is boredom. You come to the market and you're unexcited. That's how it is most of the time. Not with me streaming? Thanks. Solo? Yeah, he needs to take out this range of volume. I would be willing to rebuy it or buy it. Yeah, I'm gonna grind on a RuneScape. I haven't played that game I played it in the year 2000 when there were only 3 servers and the max server capacity was like 1,000 or something. and the graphics look like shit. That's when I played it. RuneScape. That's 20 years ago I played it. Why wouldn't you? Of course I am. I've been streaming daily for 2 years almost, a year and a half. Man, Fubo, I fucked this one up. It gave a 5-star short entry yesterday. I screwed it up. I was too tired. It was an hour before the close. I was doing other stuff. I didn't feel like trading. That's the problem. You get so tired at the end of the trading day. It's like 9 p.m. It's been dark for 6 hours. It's like in the middle of the night. And you get unfocused and tired. I need to increase my Nocco consumption. That's why I do crack. How you can get Legend Nocco? You can probably order it. Try being 53. David is awake. You haven't had the sun here? 2 months? I saw the sun today. Today was a perfect day. No clouds and it was sunny. Really nice day. '53 IQ. Oh, that's mean, man. That's mean. Be nice to David. God jul. Merry Christmas to everyone. 53. Yeah, David is 53 ADR. My biggest recommendation, a new trader, learn the setups. Go through the market leaders, every market cycle. Look at the daily charts. Just look at how the stocks move. It's the same patterns over and over again. No rocket science involved. Once you realize that, then you have a chance of making it, and just not being another statistic. Oh, Tesla starting to go. Damn. Now I wish I'd put full size. Okay. Funny how that works, right? The stock goes up, you have too little. The stock goes down, you have too much. Trading is so easy. PLTR weakening. Dude, it's break even on the day. What do you mean? Come on, it hasn't moved today. What do you mean weakening? It hasn't moved today. It hasn't moved for 3 days. It's been going, it's the same price it was 3 days ago. It's just going sideways. Man, get the market close already. This is what trading is most of the time. And it always worse. It's always feels like super slow when the market has been hot for a while. And when it calms down, you get these withdrawals because you're so used to having non-stop action. Oh, PDD. Actually, I'm gonna read the PDD article. I'm gonna finish the PDD article on Financial Times. It was pretty interesting. Like the owner and founder, he doesn't even hold his stake in his own name. It's pretty interesting. Another one of these Chinese things. Yes, stand-in shareholders. He has like a 69-year-old woman and some business colleague that are holding his shares. Just super weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut this stream now. There's no point in. Oh, FUE strengthening. Okay, guys, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a great Christmas, everyone. See y'all. Thanks for joining.